Okay, I am just doing a quick recording about how you access and use the good copy scaffold for your research task. So you have been working, or you may have been working in a draft document that looks like this, but this is a little bit confusing. So if you've used this, because it doesn't quite follow the Cornell format that we learned about in our previous lesson in our research workshop, it's completely fine if you've used this and you've gotten down a lot of notes and then distilled key points and found some trigger words and questions, but it's probably better for you to go straight into your good copy document. So don't chuck this out, but do copy across the information that you've got into your good copy document, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So if you go to Google Classroom and you go to classwork, you will notice that you have Passion Project Mini Assessment Good Copies. That is that ongoing document that has each of the mini assessments for each week in one document, okay? So you did your short story last week, and then underneath there's a space for you to take your Cornell notes. So if you open up that document, it looks like this. But of course, yours will have your amazing creative short story here. But if you scroll down, you'll notice that there is a section, a table, a really nicely color-coded table that scaffolds your creation of your Cornell notes. Now, you were supposed to research someone in a field that you're interested in. So I have decided I'm going to research one of my favorite Japanese authors, Haruki Murakami. Okay, so by way of modeling what you're supposed to be doing for this research task, check this out. So I will type Haruki Murakami. He is an author, and I'm just in the date section. You just note down the date that you're doing your research. So it's Friday, 7 August, and I'm kicking off my research at 9:21, so that's my first one. But you know what, you actually might, you might have some different dates in there as well, because you will have returned to this at different times. But basically, I'm going to find some information about Haruki Murakami because he's a very famous author. So let's just do like a Google search. Right, I'm interested in Haruki Murakami's early life. You can see I've already had a look. He's got his own website. So actually, that would be a really, really great place to go. I know that he went to Waseda University, a very, very famous kind of artsy university in Tokyo. So I might get that information down in that big notes section, and then I'll pull out the keywords later. But you can see here, this looks like a pretty official website. It's not Wikipedia. It's actually sort of curated by Murakami himself. And you can see that there's a story about his beginnings as a writer, which would be something really, really interesting to take down. So I might even copy this across, okay, into my notes section. Okay, so the formatting, don't worry about that. But of course, I don't just want you copying and pasting things. You need to synthesize it in your own words. So I might say add in, I might say 1978 is when Murakami realizes that he wants to be a novelist. This happened at a baseball game. Okay, and then maybe I'll add some other things. Oh, and he began, like, it's incredibly poetic, but I've synthesized that information in my own words. So I've got how Murakami started writing. Okay, so I've got a little bit of, I've just got some information there, and then I'm just going to keep adding notes about his life and writing. And in here, I'm going to get the very, very key ideas. So in 1978, we know he went to Waseda University, used to own, I think he used to own a jazz bar, but these are just all, or do you know what? This is probably even a little bit too big. We'll just write jazz bar, okay? Because it needs to be the very, very just key terms, okay? You can flesh out all of the actual parts of your notes here. And then this summary section, once you've done all of your notes, is where you do like a 2 to 3 sentence summary of the key things that you have learned about this person. Also, as you're going along, make sure you're keeping a reference. You're making sure that you're logging your references so that you don't forget where you got them from. So I will just copy this URL across because let's make sure I've got that. Okay, so that I don't forget that's where I got that information from. And that is how you fill out your Cornell notes. Okay, so thanks for listening, and I hope this has been useful.